Okay, Court Club, we are here via Zoom. It's kind of like live TV, huh, guys? I hope that everybody jumped in last week, and if you didn't, shame on you. You really need to look at the video on Josh Tiven. I mean, it's a video, it's about a half hour long. The second half is Josh Tiven. But if you're having any desire to go to any kind of camp and to try to be seen in any possible way, let me please beg you. I want to ask you to say, get to that and look at it for a couple times. We've got phenomenal feedback. And if you miss it, ooh, you don't want to miss it. Please don't. So let's get after that. At the same time, we're using Zoom more. So we're going to do more pictures and less talking. So let's have a great week. Enjoy the video, stay in touch, and all the best for as we almost approach the month of June, and enjoy the conference finals. So it's going to be kind of tricky here, but okay. So Rob and I are going to do this together, and we're going to show you a play to the rim, kind of seriously what we've shown you all year. But we're going to show you a play to the rim, and we're going to show you refereeing secondary defender. This is a little bit of a complex play because there's another defender who reaches in there, number 11 in red. But this is one where trust the lead, right, guys? Trust the lead. Process. Let the lead. The play is outside the RA. But the center official should be looking at feet to make sure we're further away. And then the other piece on this, Rob, is we have an offensive player who, in my opinion, looks to be out of control. And I think you know that's not written specifically in the rule book, but I think one of our guidelines when we're refereeing these plays, the guy comes down the lane, he's out of control. There's a high percentage chance that we're going to call that correctly offensive foul. So Michael Stevens in the lead. Bang, bang. Offensive foul. Got a good end line view. See, there's a little firm up there, but look at the almost like number 25 comes down the lane in a way that he's almost chasing the defender down. Another way of putting it. Okay. So, Rob, do you know that this picture here, whether we can do this, but I don't mind being Ed. You don't want to be Ed Rush. It says Ed Rush, and it's showing you on my screen.
Yeah, my login is Ed Junior's login. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I got it. Okay.
Ed Junior and I share a login for this. So,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I don't need to be on the screen, but when I'm talking, you're on the screen, which is okay. Okay. Anything else on that play, Rob?
No, I think you hit the main teaching points there. Emphasis on slot official, center official, allowing lead to take the primary responsibility of the play.
Right.
And I think we develop a cadence on those as the center slot, and our cadence should be similar to we have one beat with contact, and then if we wait a second beat, players on the floor. Now we don't have the whistle. Now that's when we come in with the secondary cadence. I've heard that over the years, and I like that analogy.
Okay. All right. I always learn something when I listen to Rob. So I think, if I ever went back to referee, I might be pretty good. Okay. So, cool. Let's go to the next play. We're just going to give you a handful of plays here. Well, so who can really see this play? Answer the question. And then your answer would be, well, certainly not the lead. He's looking up. Look at the angle that he has. So, boy, not so much the center. Look at the lead looking up through the back of the backboard. The center looking down across the rim, but the trail, yeah. Well, I like those arrows. Man, Eliza, we are getting to be almost like Tim Legler. ESPN does the analyzing of the games. Okay, nice. So, boy, trail, get down, stay engaged, which you are here. It's a great example of that. Wow. Okay. great block, terrific, rewarding the defender. Look at that. And again, trusting your angle and trusting the system. Hey, you know the old thing about do not guess. All right. Women's game. Okay. So I ask yourself the question. Defender, legal or not? What's the offensive player do? Turns her left shoulder into the defender, right? So what do we got here? Do we have a great angle from the lead? Not so much. But look at the offensive player's actions, because we do have to referee her also. But boy, I don't know, Rob. That looks legal to me.
Yeah, I like legal verticality there. And again, I talked to you when we were talking earlier, Ed, that the offensive player here, you got to have an awareness. Offensive player almost behind the board has really nowhere to go but to jump back into a legal defender here. So
yeah, that's a good factor. A good point. You got to know the position of the offensive player. I mean, sometimes the offensive player is what I call in jail. I got no chance but do anything but initiate some contact and try to get myself out of jail. Okay. Give you all this terminology that's not in the manual. Okay. We're giving you a handful of plays because we know you're busy in the summer, but we want you to stay engaged with us. We think that that makes us feel good, number one, and number two, it's going to give you some information that other people won't have. Okay, another block shot, huh? Now this is a lift play. So who can see it? And then the center officials got a little bit of action over there with Calipari. Yeah. But this is a play that, again, really can only be seen by the center, right, Rob?
Yeah, we like center primary on this play, center slot. The thing here that Ed alluded to is the pre-signal that we see, the little slight hesitation. Now the problem is the lead has a whistle, and now we have to back up, and now we have to give a non-vertical signal here for the center slot. So the takeaway here is less is more with live ball pre-signaling. And, we talked earlier that the NCAA, who gave us the option on the men's side in years prior to give that preliminary from the lead, has now added that to the summer notes that they have now encouraged and made it mandatory that we not give that signal. So there should be no reason from the lead or any other position on the floor to give this walled up signal going forward.
Okay. And the bottom line is, this is a hard play because it looks like a lot of action. But in the lead, I just have to be really, really patient and let the play process. Because once I see 24 get up as high as the ball, that's a lift play. And that looks like it's pretty good. I mean, that's
hard play.
We're 138 into overtime. And at this point, it's a 6-point game. So, but that play right there is a legal block if it's 40 seconds into the game. Okay.
Yeah, and I think the timing of these plays, that is important because as you go to camp and as we're being evaluated, myself included, a lot of times we're evaluated on the plays we don't call, more so than the times that we do put air in the whistle. Sure. And we also hear a lot of times, do we have the right official making the right call from the right position? Right. So showing a potential supervisor that you do understand those fundamentals are things that lead to trust when they're making assignments in November and December and going forward.
Good point. Just all I'm saying is that if you have the confidence and the savvy to call these plays and the no-call plays, just watch the 20 officials that are working now. They're working the conference finals. I would say, models, watch their no calls, the quality of their no calls and the will that it requires to no call some of these plays. critical
Yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna say that. I remember years ago, and it's in my head. You've always said, "Do you have the will to withstand the pressure
Right.
to put air in the whistle on those plays?" Yeah.
Right. Okay. Here's the, okay, here, this is the embellishment play. All right, so let's remember, the key here is you got to read the offensive player. Was he under control in the point that was he able to stop and or change direction? So the defender just sat down here, and you could see that the offensive player felt the pressure of the defender and worked on his footwork, which he spends hours on, and spins to the middle. And okay, Rob illustrates here that we need to make a little position adjustment in the center, but this is trust the trail that's on that play. Yeah. So that would be graded as a NCC, no call correct. Patrick. So there's a couple of members of the Kansas City Chiefs who seem to be having a good time here. This would be your quarterback and your tight end who are out here having a great old time here with the college guys. Not too much difference between them and the college guys, is there? Patrick looks like he's a freshman. Okay. All right. Now, what do we have here, Rob?
This is our last play of the weekend. This is talking about again refereeing the defender and being aware of the offensive player's embellishment. And our defender here, basically, our decision is whether the defender can return to the floor or not.
Oh yeah, okay.
And these plays are becoming more and more prevalent throughout all levels of basketball.
Right.
I mean,
oh yes. We talked about this. Yes.
Yeah, with the uptick in three-point shot attempts.
Just know this: on the perimeter, if the defender is airborne, he is not legal. I mean, trust me. I spent a lot of time watching players and plays. I've not seen an airborne defender legal because he's going towards the ball. If you see one, let me know. But he is legal once he gets back to the floor. So once he gets back to the floor, now you've got a basketball play. Now the offensive player, in many cases now, is the one who is initiating the contact. But if I'm airborne, even with the offensive player initiating contact, the defender is not legal. You cannot have an offensive foul if the defender is not legal, unless the trump is an overt action, right? So some throw out that's really overly aggressive with the free arm or a leg kick. Otherwise, which those plays trump. That's pretty easy. So this Auburn, Kentucky was a pretty amazing game. A lot of stuff. Those guys had major decisions every single trip down the floor. Okay, so.
All right, Ed, that's our.
Hey, listen now, members. Kudos to Rob for continuing to keep us in the great place technology-wise, and we're going to continue to embrace this and use it. And we want to have more pictures and less words. That's kind of what Rob and I are trying to do collectively. So we also are open to your feedback. Keep working on your presence, projection, personality. Keep working doing your mirror work. Look at the Tiven video, please. I want you guys to win. I want you to get hired and embrace the stuff that we have and stay in touch.
Hey guys, ladies, have a great week. We got Cheryl Flores coming up next week, so we're really excited about that. So,
all right,
we'll talk to you after the weekend.
And Trudy Rush says hi to all you guys. Okay.